Paying for substations is an expensive proposition. Our customers don't want us to raise rates to pay for substations, so we tried to find an alternative solution. The system capacity fee minimizes costs for existing customers while supporting economic development. We designed this video to share a few reasons why. PUD3 has been able to sustain very slow growth over the past several years, but we're beginning to experience increased growth in new service applications for residential and commercial services, commercial and industrial load. That growth will threaten the reliability of some of our substations, which are already at or near capacity. We can't keep operating as usual. Adding new load to the system without upgrading the substations is irresponsible and not possible. Think of it like overloading a socket. It's not safe, and it impacts our system's reliability. Substations take time to build. On average, a substation can take up to 3 years from beginning to end. By our projections, there's a need to construct 4 substations, possibly 5 over the next 10 years. That's compared to an historical pace of approximately 1 substation every 10 years. Substations are expensive to build. The construction for 1 substation can cost between $3 and $5 million. That's why it's important to begin planning and collecting capital construction funds to ensure we can continue to operate a safe and reliable system. Planning for the future and making sound financial management decisions is one of the things we do well at PUD3. We studied the issue thoroughly and evaluated the options. Through this study process, we discovered there are 4 main options. They're recovering the cost through customer rates, recovering the cost through substation charges, refusing to serve new load, or the hybrid approach, sharing the cost, which is what we call the system capacity fee. The first option includes a 2 to 3% rate increase to all customers, in addition to any other rate increases that might be necessary for power costs. This negatively affects all customers, especially those full-time, low-income customers who are already experiencing financial hardship. Option 1 shifts the burden of the cost from a private developer, business owner, or home builder to the public, meaning PUD customers would provide the funding for these private ventures. On the other hand, Option 2 would unfairly burden developers, business owners, and home builders wanting to connect to a substation that is at capacity by charging them the full cost of a new substation. This has a negative impact on economic development and places the entire burden on one customer when the substation could benefit future new customers as well as improve system reliability. Option 3 would be to refuse to serve new loads, not allowing customers to build in areas where our substations are at capacity. This option adversely impacts our community because of lost opportunities for economic development and potential new jobs. Option 4 is what we propose today. It's designed to share the cost of a new substation by assuming that 40% of the substation will be used for system benefit and the other 60% will be collected through a fair and equitable fee to those who add load to the system. That means the PUD will be responsible for 40% of the cost of a new substation, while the other 60% of the cost will be recovered through system capacity fees that are directly related to a customer's impact on the system. A substation's capacity is ideally capped at 60% to leave the other 40% available to reroute power from other substations to keep the lights on during outages or for substation maintenance. That's why we say it's for system benefit, and therefore the PUD would be responsible for those costs. We feel the system capacity fee is the fairest method for all PUD's existing and new customers. It protects developers, business owners, and home builders from paying for the full cost of a new substation and helps the district keep its rates low for all of our customers. Ultimately, the district's #1 responsibility is to the health and sustainability of the electrical system. Good financial planning, including being good stewards of our customers' money and seeking the fairest method of cost recovery. We believe the system capacity fee protects our residential customers and supports economic development for our communities.